Numbers chapter 17. Aaron's staff parts. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the people of Israel and get from them staffs, one for each father's house, from all the chiefs according to the father's houses, 12 staffs. Write each man's name on his staff, and write Aaron's name on the staff of Levi, for there shall be one staff for the land of the head of the father's houses. Then you shall deposit them in the tent of meeting before the testimony, where I meet with you. And the staff of the man whom I choose shall sprout. Thus I'll make to cease from me the grumblings of the people of Israel, which they grumble against you. Moses spoke to the people of Israel, and all the chiefs gave them staffs, one for each chief, according to the father's houses, 12 staffs. And the staff of Aaron was among their staffs. And Moses deposited the staff from the Lord in the tent of testimony. On the next day Moses went to the tent of testimony, and behold, the staff of Aaron from the house of Levi had sprouted, and put forth buds, produced blossoms, and they bore ripe almonds. Then Moses brought out all the staffs from before the Lord to all the people of Israel. And they looked, and each man took his staff. And the Lord said to Moses, Put back the staff of Aaron before the testimony, to be kept as a sign for the rebels, that they may make an end of their grumblings against me, lest they die. Thus did Moses, as the Lord commanded him. So he did. And the people of Israel said to Moses, Behold, we perish, we are undone, we are all undone. Everyone who comes near to the tabernacle of the Lord shall die. Are we all to perish? Numbers chapter 18. Duties of priests and Levites. So the Lord said to Aaron, You and your sons and your father's house with you shall bear iniquity connected with the sanctuary. You and your sons with you shall bear iniquity connected with your priesthood. And with you bring your brothers, also the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that they may join you and minister to you while you and your sons with you are before the tent of testimony. They shall keep guard over you and over the whole tent, but shall not come near the vessels of the sanctuary or to the altar, lest they or you die. They shall join you and keep guard over the tent of meeting for all the service of the tent. No outsider shall come near you, and you shall keep guard over the sanctuary and over the altar, and there may never again be wrath on the people of Israel. And behold, I've taken your words, your brothers, the Levites from among the people of Israel. They are a gift to you given to the Lord to do the service of the tent of meeting. You and your sons with you shall guard your priesthood for all that concerns the altar, and that is written in the veil, and you shall serve, and give your priesthood as a gift, and any outsider who comes near you shall be put to death. Then the Lord spoke to Aaron, Behold, I've given you the charge of contributions made to me. All the consecrated things of the people of Israel, I've given them to you as a portion, and to your sons as a perpetual due. This shall be yours of the most holy things, reserved for the fire. Every offerings of theirs, every grain offerings of theirs, every sin offerings of theirs, and every guilt offering of theirs, which they render to me, shall be most holy to you and to your sons. In the most holy places shall you eat it. Every male may eat it, and it is holy to you. This also is yours, and the contribution of their gift, all the wave offerings of the people of Israel. I have given them to you, and to your sons and daughters with you, as a perpetual due. Everyone who is clean in the house may eat it. All the best of the oil, all the best of the wine, and of the grain, of the first fruits of what they give to the Lord, I give to you. And the first ripe fruits of all that is in your land, which you bring to the Lord, shall be yours. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. Every devoted thing in Israel shall be yours. Everything that opens the womb of flesh, whether man or beast, which they offer to the Lord, shall be yours. Nevertheless, the firstborn of a man you shall redeem, and the firstborn of unclean animals you shall redeem. And the redemption price at the month old shall you redeem them. You shall fix at 5 shekels in silver, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. And the firstborn of the cow, or the firstborn of the sheep, or the firstborn of the goat, you shall redeem. They are holy. You shall sprinkle the blood on the altar, and shall bring the fat as a food offering with a pleasing aroma to the Lord. But their flesh shall be yours, as a beast that is waved, and as a right thigh are yours. And all holy contributions that the people of Israel present to the Lord I give to you, and your sons and daughters with you, as a perpetual due. It is the covenant of salt forever before the Lord for you and your offspring with you. And the Lord said to Aaron, you shall have no inheritance in the land, neither shall you have any portion among you. I am your portion and your inheritance among the people of Israel. To the Levites I have given every tithe in Israel for an inheritance. In return, they are theirs for their service that they do, their service in the tent of meeting. So the people of Israel do not come near the tent of meeting, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall do the service of the tent of meeting, and they shall bear their iniquity. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout the generations. Among the people of Israel they shall have no inheritance, for the tithe of the people of Israel, which they present as a contribution to the Lord, I have given to the Levites for an inheritance. Therefore I have said of them that they shall have no inheritance among the people of Israel. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, moreover, you shall speak and say to the Lord, when you take from the people of Israel the tithe that I have given you from them for the inheritance, then you shall present a contribution from it to the Lord, a tithe of a tithe, and your contribution shall be counted to you as though it were a grain of threshing floor and a fullness of winepress. As you shall also present a contribution to the Lord from all your tithes which you receive from the people of Israel, and from it you shall give the Lord's contribution to Aaron the priest. Out of all the gifts to you, you shall present every contribution due to the Lord, from each its best part to be dedicated. Therefore, you shall say to them, when you come in, you have offered from it the best of it, then the rest shall be counted to the Levites to produce of the threshing floor and to produce of the winepress. You may eat it in any place, you and your household, for it is your reward in return for your service in the tent of meeting. And you shall bear no sin by no reason of it, when you have contributed the best of it. But you shall not profane the holy things of the people of Israel, lest you die. Psalm 55. Cast your burden on the Lord, to the choir master with stringed instruments, the minstrel of David. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Attend to me and answer me, for I am restless in my complaint, and I moan because of the noise of my enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked. For they drop trouble upon me, and in anger they bear a grudge against me. My heart is anguished within me, the terrors of death have fallen upon me. Fear and trembling come upon me, and horror overwhelms me. And I say, oh, that I had wings like a dove. I would fly away and be at rest. Yes, I would wander far away. I would lodge in the wilderness, Selah. I would hurry to find shelter from the raging wind and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, divide your tongues, for I see violence and strife in the city. Day and night they are around it, on that walls, and iniquity trouble are within them. Ruin is in its midst, oppression and fraud do not depart from its marketplace, for it is not an enemy who taunts me. When I could bear it, it is not an adversary who deals insolently with me. Then I could hide from him. But it is you, a man, my equal, my companion, my familiar friend. We used to take sweet counsel together. Within God's house we walked in the throng. Let death steal over them. Let them go down in Sheol alive. For evil is in their dwelling place and in their heart. But I call to God, and the Lord will save me. Even in the morning and at noon I utter my complaint and moan, and he hears my voice. He redeems my soul in safety from the battle I wage, for many are arrayed against me. God will give ear and humble them, and he who is enthroned of old, Selah, because they do not change, but do not fear God, and do not fear God. My companion stretched out his hand against his friends. He violated his covenant. His speech was smooth as butter, yet the war was in his heart. and his words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Cast your burden to the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteousness to be moved. But you, O God, will cast them down into the pit of destruction. Men of blood and treachery shall not live out half their days, and will not trust in, but I will trust in you. Isaiah chapter 7. Isaiah sent to King Ahaz. In the days of Ahaz the son of Jotham, a son of Uzziah, king of Judah, Rezon the king of Syria, Pekah the son of Remaliah, the king of Israel, came up to Jerusalem to wage war against it, but could not yet command on an attack against it. When the house of David was told Syria is in league with Ephraim, the heart of Ahaz and the heart of his people shook as the trees of the forest shake before the wind. And the Lord spoke to Isaiah, Go out to meet Ahaz, and you and Shear-Jashub your son, at the end of the conduit of the upper pool of the highway to the washer's field, and say to him, Be careful, be quiet, do not fear, and do not let your heart be faint against all these two smoldering stumps of firebrands at the fierce anger of Rezin and Syria and the son of Remaliah, because Syria with Ephraim and his son Remaliah has devised evil against you, saying, Let us go up against Judah and terrify it. Let us conquer it for ourselves and set up the son of Tabeel as king in the midst of it. Thus says the Lord God, It shall not stand, and it shall not come to pass. For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin, and within 65 years Ephraim will be shattered from beginning of being a people, and the head of Ephraim is Samaria, and the head of Samaria is the son of Remaliah. If they are not firm in faith, you will not be firm at all. The son of Emmanuel. Again the Lord spoke to Ahaz, ask a sign of the Lord your God. Let it be deep as Sheol and high as heaven. And Ahaz said, I will not ask, and I will not put the Lord to the test. And he said, Hear then, O house of David, is it too little for you to weary men, that you weary my God also? Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and he shall call his name Emmanuel, and he shall eat curds and honey when he knows how to refuse the evil and choose the good. For before the boy knows how to refuse evil and choose the good, the land whose two kings you dread will be deserted. The Lord will bring upon you and upon your people and upon your father's house such days as have not come since the day Ephraim departed from Judah, the king of Assyria. In that day the Lord will whistle from the fly that is at the end of the streams of Egypt, and for the bee that is in the land of Assyria. And they will all come and settle in steep ravines, and in the clefts of the rocks, and on all the thorn bushes, and on all the pastures. In that day the Lord will shave with the razor that is hid beyond the river, and the king of Assyria, and the head and the hair of their feet, and it will sweep away the beard also. So the day a man will keep alive a young cow and 2 sheep, and because of the abundance of the milk they have, they will eat curds, for everyone who is left in the land will eat curds and honey. In that day, every place where there used to be 1,000 vines, worth 1,000 shekels of silver, will become barriers and thorns, and with bow and arrows a man will come there, and all the land will be barriers and thorns. And as for all the hills that used to be hoed with a hoe, you will not come there for fear of barriers and thorns, and they will become a place where cattle are let loose, where sheep tread. James chapter 1. Greeting. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes in dispersion, greetings. Testing of your faith. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that testing of your faith precedes steadfastness, and let the steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously, all without reproach, and it will be given to him. And let him ask in faith, with no doubting, for the one who doubts is like a wave of sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is double-minded, unstable in his ways. Let the lowly brother boast in his exaltation, let the rich in his humiliation, because like a flower of the grass he will pass away. For the sun rises with its scorching heat and withers the grass, its flower stalls and its beauty perishes. So also will the rich man fade away in the midst of his pursuit. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under his trial, for when he has steadfast, when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, I'm being tempted by God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself tempts no one. But each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. When desire Then desire, when he is conceived, gives birth to sin, and when it's fully grown, it brings forth the death. Do not be deceived, my beloved brothers. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. Of this his own he will bring us forth by the word of truth, and will be a kind first fruits of his creatures, hearing and doing the word. Knowing this, my brothers, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger, for the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Therefore, put away all filthiness and rampant wickedness, and receive with meekness an implanted word, which is able to save souls. But be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man who looks intently at his natural face in the mirror. For when he looks at himself and goes away and at once forgets what he looks like. But the one who looks into the perfect law, the law of liberty, and perseveres, being no hearer who forgets, but the doer who acts, will be blessed in his doing. If anyone thinks he is religious and does not bridle his tongue, but deceives his heart, his person's religion is worthless. Religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this: to visit orphans and widows in their affliction, and to keep oneself unstained from the world.